So let's open it up, take a look at it, see what it comes with, and talk about some of the features that you would be interested in if you wanted this. Okay, number one, it shoots in 4K. I always find that that is a little bit of a fraudulent kind of concept. Yes, I am sure it shoots in 4K, but it shoots in 4K at 30 frames per second, which if you are not a big camera person, what that means is that's like TV, like what you're used to seeing on TV. Or this video right here is 30 frames a second, which is fine for this. But if you were gonna shoot action and you want it to be not blurry and you wanna be able to maybe do some cool slow motion stuff, you can't shoot at 4K 30, it just won't work. So you're gonna have to use a lower image quality with a higher frame rate, which is standard throughout the industry. But if you were to compare this to maybe, let's say, one of the big names in the action camera thing, and with that at 4K, I could shoot 120 frames per second, which would mean I could do a 25% slow-mo with the same quality image as what you could do with this. But there are going to be a whole lot of other advantages to this other than just the pure 4K frame rate. So this form and feature-wise reminds me very much of my GoPro Hero 4s, something like that up there. Looks very similar. The mount is your conventional GoPro style twist-on mount, so all your GoPro accessories would work with this, but they do have their style of mount, which does have some cool advantage to it. A couple additional things you would want to know: it has electronic image stabilization, which is cool. That's a nice plus. Oh, here's a remote control. Comes with a remote control. This is a wrench for tightening down the hardware, which for myself, I always find by the time, if I have to put a wrench on it, something's wrong, because you should be able to get it tightened up without using that. Comes with lots of different adapters. Holy cow. I did not expect all this at all. Little quick start manual. Ooh, some nice braided steel wires, safety wires for it. Let's take a look at the camera itself so you can see what it looks like. As I said, it was 4K. It also has other Ultra HD options. It has built-in image stabilization. Case right here is waterproof to 30 meters, which I'm not going to be able to test, but I will be able to test the 5x zoom. This camera is very light. This camera is very, very light. So cool. You can see here is where the micro SD card goes. Overall, the accessory kit here and the camera and its proposed functionality sounds amazing. The only thing we have left to do is I gotta take it out, try to use it, see if I could break it, see if I could get some cool video for you, and then I'll come back and give you that Doug score. Okay, so I'm gonna test out this Brave 4 against, I'm gonna share with you a little bit of video from my Osmo Action Camera 3, which is obviously state-of-the-art, so you could kind of compare the two. If you happen to be interested in either of them, there are links below in the comment section. If you're able to use those links, it does help the channel out. But all right, let's get to the action. So this is the Brave 4 in action. You can see it looks really good. Let's take a look real quick at the Osmo Action 3. Now, the Osmo Action 3 is obviously brand new and at a higher price point, so the image stabilization, as you can see, is much more sophisticated. But overall, does it really change your effect? Does it change your experience? I mean, yes, for me, if I'm trying to make professional videos, yeah, it's important that it looks like that. But I thought the other image looked great, and I thought it really represented itself well. I thought I'd share a quick comparison of, this is a little bit, you can see the difference in the color, because none of this is color graded. This is as they came out of the camera, and this is how the slow motion looks on the Brave 4. This is how the slow motion in color looks on the Osmo 3. Now the rest of these are all the Brave 4. I thought I would show you more of what that slow motion looks like, and sometimes what it looks like when you zoom in and take advantage of the slow motion. I think overall this is very zoomed in. That's a little RC car in the distance, and I think again the image quality is really quite good. Okay, do you see how dirty this thing is and banged up? That is exactly what I got it for. So here's was my vision, right? Because I keep breaking my GoPros and my really good DJIs on these RC cars or doing all kinds of stupid, crazy stunts and stuff. So I wanted a camera where I could shoot 1080 at 120 frames per second, right? So we could get cool slow-mo and effects and stuff. And the camera that's getting crashed into, tossed over, flipped on, smashed into rocks is not my fancy cameras. And this thing is so perfect for that application. The battery life is outstanding. It is super easy to use. The image quality obviously is not the same as the others, but absolutely usable, absolutely cool. I think if you wanted like kind of an expendable action camera, this is awesome. I think if you didn't have the budget to go out and buy a brand new DJI or a brand new GoPro, this is a ridiculously good value. Overall, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5 on the Doug score. Hope that was helpful, and we'll see you next time.